Good morning and welcome to Mommy Upgrade Live. This is Monday, February 29th, and I am Trista Perot. My blog is Mommy Upgrade Live, and I am joined by my bestie of a gazillion years, Molly Johnson. We are both marketing consultants and bloggers, and her blog is immaggymoo.com. And so we have this, huh?
Or just MaggieMoo.com.
Oh, yeah. Or MaggieMoo.com. I totally got it wrong. Sorry. Anyway, so we have a blab twice a week where we talk about things that just kind of interest us in the worlds of parenting and crafting and business and marketing and that kind of thing. So it's a big, hot mashup of stuff. So we try to have one large topic kind of towards the end of the segment. And we do a couple of smaller topics towards the beginning to kind of blow the room. So I think we have a pretty interesting show today. What do you think? How was your weekend? We have not talked all weekend, which is a rarity. You have to understand. Some days we will talk like 50 times.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
well, I got a new car, but I think that was like maybe Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure when I got that.
I think it was after the show on Thursday.
Oh, that's right. I probably just rushed out and bought it.
You did. And it's beautiful. How do you like it?
I love it. And it's really cool too, because I hate buying cars and I hate going through the whole process. And so I just did I did do some research, but I have an in now with at the Honda dealership. And so I was able to
some research. Huh? You told me you had a list of like 10 things that it had to I think you're downplaying that just a wee bit.
There's a difference between research and just demands. And so I had a list of demands. And I did do some research in terms of like just trying to figure out what I wanted in this car. So, but it was really cool because I did everything online. I mean, I popped in every now and then and test drove a couple cars. But then I pretty much narrowed it down. So I was pretty thrilled with the time I had to spend at the dealership was minimal. I don't like spending time at the dealerships. So it was nice. I love it. It's got all these little cool things. It's got the buttons to push to open the doors, and it's got rear camera and Bluetooth and hands-free. And
what were your 10 demands?
Okay. In no preference or no order, because I would reorder them if I knew someone was paying attention to my demands. I wanted Bluetooth. I wanted newer, I guess. And I wanted the rear camera. I wanted a button to push for the doors opening and closing. Heated seats, leather. A rear entertainment center, which is silly because we don't watch movies. I don't know. Just dumb little things like that.
None of those are dumb. Do you know how much research goes into building those cars? And like what you got a Honda Pilot. I don't think you mind saying that. That's, I don't know where I've read it or somewhere along the way. You know, I do work with car companies every once in a while, but somewhere along the way I learned that like that particular model car, I think it's the mom car. Like that is like Honda's, they spend the most time, I'm totally making this up, but I think that they spend like an incredible amount of time to make sure that all the features are available for it that are suitable to like moms on the go.
It's definitely on the go because I can lift up the back section because it's got 3 rows, and I can lift up the back section, and then there's other compartments that have little dividers, and then there's side compartments. And so, yeah, I mean, I really don't want it to be called a mom vehicle, but that's
well, no, I mean like for the conveniences of a busy sports mom, you know, because I think that it some models have like a built-in cooler in the console, and
Well, I definitely have a huge inside console, and then I have this like up console. There's so many little pockets of like space, so I guess so. I keep thinking, it's a mom car. Yeah, I'll put wipes in that one, and then I'll put extra shoes and stuff in that one, and then but I didn't tell you what my craft was this week.
oh, okay. Are we shifting? Okay.
No, only because it relates to my car.
Oh, okay.
So, last couple weeks I was talking about how I've been making these like floor coverings, and they're polyurethane. So I took a piece of material.
Did you make them for your car?
I did.
What did you do?
I love my new car. Yes, I did. I'm going to redo it because the material I used, I thought, I'll just use something on hand because that'd be really ridiculous to actually go buy material for my new car because that seemed absurd.
Where did you make this floor covering is it for the floorboards in front, the back, or the trunk? Because like I always put a rug down in the back of my trunk just because it's easier to clean it out, instead of vacuuming.
I'm going to order the WeatherTech stuff, but because I really want that. But I did
WeatherTech stuff.
I think it's called WeatherTech. It's they're very, very specific floor mats that
like the plastic ones.
Yeah, well, and
they're molded.
They're molded to the thing, and then they go up, so they keep it up. So I'm going to order those, but if I have all 3 rows up for my big section in the back, I very carefully outlined the actual, like, it's not even just a square, it's rounded, and then it has a little cutout for the latch, and then I used spray adhesive. I didn't even want to sew it, and so I put the polyurethane. So it's something I can throw down until they have the WeatherTechs. But with a new car, you're like, they're not allowed to eat in my car. I even told AJ I wasn't allowed to have shoes in my car, so we'll see.
So you made them for the floorboard areas?
Just the back, the back where you would throw like soccer bags and stuff on.
Oh, so the way back.
Yeah.
Okay, and what fabric did you use?
I just had stuff laying around. It's actually black and white checkers. It's kind of funny. It looks like
my mug?
Well, yeah, but not gold. No, it's similar to that. But so I made a quick little floor mat for the back.
I think you're addicted to making flooring.
I know, probably. This
is like 3 weeks we've talked about the different flooring you've made.
Well, I have a whole entire can of polyurethane. I just have to go through it now. I'm almost done. So
is it liquid or is it spray?
It's liquid. I do have a spray. I haven't tried it. I do have another product which I haven't tried, but I bought something the other day. So so crafter with new car. It's a miracle I didn't make little curtains because I was very excited. We do have to go buy DVDs though.
Oh yeah. You don't have any?
I have a Law and Order season 2 Special Victims from like 1990. That's what the one DVD we have in the house.
I mean, I know that we download everything. Does your car have is it a mobile hotspot? It's
not. There was 2 versions of the Pilot, from what I understand. They have sort of the navigation something, and then they have the RES, which is the rear entertainment system, and it's like one or the other. And I didn't really need navigation or hotspot because I have it already on my phone. But it does have the Bluetooth and then the rear entertainment center. So, which I thought was kind of cool too. We might be, we go to Cincinnati, we go soccer trips for us on a weekend are easily an hour or 2 hours away, sometimes more. So maybe the kids will watch a movie.
I wonder, is there a way to stream it through your Bluetooth to the entertainment center?
Well, it does, and I haven't had a chance to play with it. It does have in the back console the inputs, the audio.
Yeah, we have like the gaming inputs, but I've never done anything with it.
Yeah, so like I haven't thought it through yet, but because I was talking to my son about it, and I said, I bet you the um, Chromecast might work. So we'll see. I don't know. They're just as happy on their phones and their iPads. So
Well, I think you can, with those inputs, you can connect gaming devices if they game.
yeah, they don't really game, and we have them, but we don't use them.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I was excited about my new car, and I just love the like rear. I mean, it's been like 4 years since I bought a new car, so the rear entertainment, or no, the rear cameras. Oh, this is really funny. So I have I forgot to turn my phone off. So do you have the rear cameras? Okay, so
Mine are actually all the way around.
yeah. So so you saw Megan's picture of her in the camera, which I thought was kind of cute and funny. But I was telling my brother about it, who was probably one of the funniest people I know. And he took the rear camera and put a little spider on it. And so when Dana went to back up in the morning, she saw this humongous, nasty spider in her camera, and it like flipped her out. But I thought it would be so funny if you actually did like some like masked horrible, like if you're backing up and it's like 7 a.m. and it's dark out and you see this camera and it's like infrared and it's this horrible, scary person. That would be horrible. That's a really funny joke.
That's good though. For we need to do a whole segment on April 1st pranks, but that would be a great one to do for that. I would do that to my husband Hammond in a heartbeat. Put like the spider thing. That's
yeah. Todd even put the spider in, like, if you have a light with a globe basically, and he put a big fake spider or big bug in the light, above. You turn on the light, this is like this huge bug, and that's pretty funny. But anyway, so my little cameras, although I don't trust the cameras, I'm constantly still looking.
I do too. I still turn around and verify.
Yeah. I mean, it's not without some areas, but I have to look. So, yep. So I moved my XM Sirius over to my other car. So I'm very, very, very excited. It was very fun.
Good. I'm glad you're all moved in.
And I'm all moved in. I've taken it to the car wash twice.
Oh my gosh. Already? Do you have one of those monthly packages where you can wash it as often as you want?
I know I might need that, but don't forget it is Ohio, so it snowed a little bit. It's rainy, it's muddy, it's gross.
I won't even tell you what our weekend was like. I don't think we're getting winter this year. I think it's just completely and totally passed us by.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll probably be winter in March when we're outside playing soccer.
Yeah.
So no crafts this weekend for you.
No crafts. I spent the whole weekend doing Girl Scout booths. And
there were a lot of those outside. I did see those this weekend driving by. All the little, must be that last push to get rid of those cookies.
Well, here, anyway, it was the last weekend for booth sales. So it was like your last chance to unload your inventory. So yeah, we had, we were only able to do one because we were involved in DI, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But yeah, so I mean, we did pretty good on inventory this year. I think we have like maybe 20 boxes or so for our troop to sell. Like we personally have sold out. Our troop has boxes as well, and we have maybe 20-ish to still get rid of, which is great because you don't want to sit on a lot of inventory because then it just eats into your profit. But I mean, it's 6 weeks. I'll tell you, my girl is so sad it's over. She loves doing cookie booths. And I mean, it's great. She sold over 610 cookies. So that's fantastic. I'm so incredibly proud of her. But it's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of time commitment. And, because the leader of the troop. So we have a cookie mom and we have me. And so between the two of us, we're at almost every single one of the booths. And so, you know, you kind of, these girls, I mean, okay, so they're 7 and 8. And you got to put that in perspective. They're 7 and 8, you know, and we're trying to teach them sales skills. You know, we're trying to teach them that rejection is okay. It has nothing to do with them. I'm trying to, you know, beat into their head. This is a numbers game because not everybody wants cookies. But if you have 10 people and of those 10 people, 2 are going to buy cookies, then do you only want to ask 10 people or do you want to ask 20 people? Because you know that 2 in every 10, you know, and so then they're like trying to figure out like multiplication in their head. And they're like, well, that means 10 people will buy cookies. I'm like, no, that means 4 people will buy cookies. You know? So you've got sort of that basic understanding. And then by the end of the booth, they're so stir crazy that they're coming up with these wackadoodle things to try and sell cookies. I mean, we encourage them to be creative, right? You know, like make up a song or, you know, whatever. But by the end of the booth, they are like hiding underneath the table and popping out and going, hey, do you want to buy some cookies? I told somebody I'm in a live broadcast, so they decided to call me.
I didn't buy any cookies this year.
You didn't buy any? Well, we'll ship you some. We got 25 boxes left. Or 20.
I was thinking about this weekend when we were, because AJ wanted some. You don't take credit cards?
We do.
Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. And can you order them online?
I think, hold on. Speaking of cookies, I think there's, hold on one second.
Well, we saw a bunch of kids at their booths, and so I said AJ, I'm like, oh, sorry, I don't have any cash, and he's like, they don't take credit cards? Like, no, they don't take credit cards.
It's decided on a troop by troop basis because you give up a lot of your sales.
Yeah.
Because you know you've got the credit card fee, and it's not like they waive the credit card fee because they're 7 and 8-year-old girls. You know, a square is a square.
Right.
But I will say it benefits us in the long run because so many people will say, oh, I don't have any cash. And then those little faces go, but we take credit cards. And they go, oh, okay. And then another one comes along and goes, you can get 5 or 20. And then they're like, okay, all right. You know, and so then they sort of cave. But I mean, backing up from the whole experience, you know, and trying to get the higher level perspective, it's an amazing program. You know, there's so many moms that complain about the cookie program and how it's a pain and can't I just pay for 40 cookies and be done with it? You know, and I'm so, you know, Girl Scouts does a lot for these girls. I mean, there's so many programs and so many resources and so many things that go into it. And I have to keep reminding them, you know, this isn't just about like your troop take of the cookies because we only make like 50 cents per box. You know, that sort of slides a little bit the more you sell as a troop, but all the other money goes to running this huge national organization and all the buildings and facilities and everything that go with it and the salaries and, you know, and I have to keep reminding them, you know, it's bigger than that, you know, and it's also look at your girls at the booth. I mean, a sales skill is something that they can carry all the way through life. And no, not everybody's going to be in sales when they get older, but it's good to at least have an appreciation of, you know, what goes into it.
Well, no, I mean, they will. They'll be negotiators.
Oh, sure.
You know, they'll have to sell themselves. They'll have to sell a project. They'll have to sell, you know, they're selling.
Yeah. And it's so funny because, you know, they get so exuberant about it. So somebody will come out of the grocery store and they'll literally run alongside their cart. Do you want to buy some cookies? Do you want to buy some cookies? We've got cookies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you can't scare them. You know, you can't shout at them. You can't scare them. You know, and it's like you try so hard not to overcoach them, but because you don't want to deflate them.
Right.
But
it also gets rid of shyness and all that kind of stuff too.
Absolutely. So, I mean, that's been fun. I was happy to put it to bed this weekend because it does take so much time, because cookie booths are 2 hours at a time. And then there's like approved retailers that the council will set up for you. So like the Walmarts, the Krogers, the Lowe's. And then you have to go and schedule them through council to claim sort of your booth. And then you have to get your girls to staff the booth and manage your inventory. I mean, it's a great exercise for everybody involved, but it's a huge undertaking. And I'm so glad we did it and so glad it's done. Hi, Bianca. Okay, so I promised that I would do a Stich Fix unboxing. I know. Oopsie. So I'll do that, and then we can, we'll talk about DI a little bit. So do you do Stich Fix?
No.
Have you ever done Stich Fix?
No.
Do you know what Stich Fix is?
Yes.
What do you think it is?
The stylist. Well, the only one I've done, you were asking me if I did subscribe. I did like Just Fab and those 3 different kinds of that company, the fitness clothes, the shoes, and then the kids clothes.
I don't even know about those. What are they?
Well, just
Athletics. I know that one.
Yeah, Fab with Kate Hudson.
Yeah. Did you do that one?
I did that one. And then Just Fab, which was the shoes. So you're kind of on an auto. Well, it's a little bit different than Stitch because they send you style stuff. Then you decide whether or not you buy them.
Like Warby Parker?
No, like Just Fab is just, you're in a shoe auto ship, basically. You got to pick out your shoes. It's cheap.
You can't do that. That's terrible for you. You are a shoeaholic.
I know. Well, the reason I'm not in Just Fab anymore is I found the quality of shoes really poor. So you're going to get $40 pairs of shoes, basically. So I have maybe 4 or 5 pairs, maybe total. And I, over time, just was like, I'm not there. They're just cheap shoes. I don't like them. So I'm kind of I'm not a shoe snob. Like I can't afford like really amazing, Jimmy Choos or anything like that. But I am at the point where I'm not going to buy plastic shoes or shoes that are not comfortable. Well, that's not true. I'll buy uncomfortable shoes. I just won't buy cheap, uncomfortable shoes. I'll buy expensive, uncomfortable shoes in a heartbeat. I'm all over that.
Well, Bianca's on here, and I know that she and her husband are with the Dansko shoe company. Do you have any of those? They are awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar with those for sure because my sister-in-law is a vet. So they all wear those. So they're big, 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 big fans.
Well, she gave me a pair of like red heeled Mary Janes, which doesn't sound like me at all, right? But every time I wear them, like I'll wear them with jeans or whatever, every time I wear them, I get like multiple compliments. Like I don't know if it's because they're so out of kind of character for me or just, but they are really cute. They're super cute.
I will have to look into those because I know they're good quality, and I didn't know they had like styled shoes. I thought they were more like.
No, they have styled shoes.
So.
You should see Bianca's. Every time I look at her feet, I'm like, those are cute shoes. She's Dansko.
I don't doubt it. She is so fashionable and stylish. I don't doubt it.
She could teach all of us. I think
also, there are a pair of clogs that make them look stylish too. So
this is true. This is true. I'm glad she's on here because I'll do my Stich Fix unboxing and she can tell me what to keep and what not to keep.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay, so Stich Fix is Stich Fix is, if you don't know what Stich Fix is, it is a monthly subscription like Birchbox or whatever. I believe they have their own brands now of clothing or contracted with certain brands. And so you have a stylist that picks out 5 items to send to you. So it comes in a box like this. So you always know when it's on your doorstep. It's very exciting. It's always the same size box. And so during the wintertime, it's funny because they will shove like a huge sweater in there and your box will be like busting at the seams. And you're like, sweet, I got a sweater today. But it can be jewelry, it can be clothing. You set up your profile online to decide what kind of let them know what colors you wear, what styles you wear, and then they actually ask you to set up a Pinterest board too, so they can kind of see what you like, and so your stylist can go and look at what you like. And so, gosh, I've been doing it. I might say in here how many times I've been doing it. And so you keep what you like, what you don't, you send back in a prepaid envelope within 3 days. So it's super, super, super simple, and it keeps me out of the mall, which is fantastic. So I just don't even go to the mall anymore. But the thing is, if you get like a stylist that you like, you'll want to keep everything in the box because it's all fabulous. And I had a stylist I was so in love with, and so I was keeping everything in the box each time. And then I got a note that said she was no longer styling with us. And so I'm having
an actual person. I'm surprised.
I'm having a hard time finding my groove back again with a stylist that gets me. So we'll see how this one did. And so they always include like a little note for you. Let's see. All right, so this is how it comes. Wrapped up like that in like tissue. This is your note, and it comes with like a style sheet that shows you what, how to wear each item. It gives you like ideas. And then here's your mail back envelope. So in here you've got your invoice. And then this is your style sheet with your note.
Is it good prices or not?
Is it what?
Good prices, or is it just normal prices?
Well, I'll be honest. The thing that I've discovered about it, because you get a $20, you have to pay a $20 styling fee, but if you keep anything in your box, you get that back. Then if you buy all 5 items, you get like a 20% discount. So there's been more than one occasion where I'm like doing the math, and it will, because you only get the styling credit if you keep all 5. So I've done the math where I'm like, well, there's one thing that I don't like in this box, but it's cheaper for me to keep it than to send everything back because of that 20%. So you can kind of tell them what your price point is. I mean, they have set prices, but you have to give feedback after each box and tell them if you thought it was a good value, if it was a good fit, was the price right, all those things. So you can always tell them that. Of course, I tell them every time that the price is too high because I want the prices to low. I don't know how much they take that into account, to be honest with you, but okay. So then it comes wrapped like this. All right, so based on the pictures, might be some cute stuff in here. Okay. Ooh. Okay, and so the thing about Stich Fix is a lot of times they'll send you stuff that if you were in a shopping store, if you're in a department store, you would never try it on. But when it comes to you, you try it on, you say, oh, you know what? Okay, maybe I do like this. This is a little different. So this first one, I'm not quite sure what it is yet. Oh, this is a maxi skirt. Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Do you like? You don't like? What are your thoughts? It's like really long. I'm not sure if it's...
I have tons of those.
Huh?
I have tons of those. Okay, well, see, what's the price? So, like, to me, that's nothing spectacular.
This one is... The brand is Market and Spruce. And it's really long. So, like, this is going to drag on the ground for me. This price... Where's my thing? The price on this one is $58.
No, that's too much for a skirt. For a little cottony rayon skirt. That's not very exciting for me.
I think it is rayon-y. I'm trying to look and see what it's made out of.
I mean, it's pretty.
It's cute. It's not really a pattern that I would pick. Yeah, it's rayon and spandex. It's like pink and yellow. Can you see that?
Oh no, I don't see pink, but
You see it now?
sure.
Bianca's like, you don't wear maxis, do you, Trista? I have one from Stitch Fix that I wear on occasion, but they're always too long for me. So, why? Do you want it, Bianca? Are you my secondhand Stitch Fix market? Which I'm sure there is one somewhere. Bianca makes everything look good. So, okay, so here's the next one. This is a cute shirt. You like that, Molly?
Yeah, it's cute.
You're kind of quiet.
Is it rayon?
What do you have against rayon?
Cheap.
Rayon is cotton.
I know, but it just looks.
You'd rather polyester? Oh my God.
No.
Yeah, it's 100% rayon. You want silk in Texas? Oh my gosh. That lasts about 10 minutes with your sweat stains.
I didn't say silk. Yeah, that looks cute. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So clearly they've got my number with the black and the white.
They could just send me a box of black cotton clothes and I'd be happy.
Well, that's what this is so far. Okay. This looks more like you, Mom.
I don't like rayon. It's too clingy for me.
All right. What do you think about this? It's got like grommets on the side.
That's super cute. That's really cute.
Is it a dress? No, this is like a long shirt. Like,
oh, still cute. I like that.
Yeah, and so it's a little bit longer in the back than the front. And I guess you'd have to wear a tank under it because
No.
the grommets are see-through. But I guess it'd be cute with like a bandeau, like a colored bandeau or something in between. Heavy? No, it's not heavy. It's really lightweight.
That looks cute.
Yeah, so I think this is definitely a keeper for sure. Okay, so maybe two keepers. The next two colors are not flattering colors for me, so we'll see about this. All right, this one. Oh, there we go. Can we see it? All right, so it's like a little
How is that not flattering?
on top and then sort of a sheer.
How is that not flattering for you?
This color's not great on me, but the gray that would be up here is fine.
Yeah, that's cute.
But when I was unfolding it, I thought the whole thing was that. So that's the back. And it's longer in the back than in the front. So it covers up my booty. Yeah, this is probably a keeper. I like this one. See? Longer in back.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
As long as it's not too big. But I don't think it will be. So that'll be fun for spring. Bianca, what do I wear with this? Because my standard is black pants with everything. So maybe Bianca can tell me what to wear. Light colored jeans rolled up. Of course. She's so
yes.
Okay, here's the last one. Oh, this is an infinity scarf. Okay. So this is like a...
You didn't tell the prices on the other things.
I haven't looked at... Oh. I'll go back to that. Okay, so this is an infinity scarf. Kind of mint green with white feathers. Oh, it's already sewn together.
Well, isn't that the point of an infinity scarf?
Yeah, it is. So, here we go. Bianca, do we like it? Weird color. I don't know what I'd wear it with.
Mint?
Price. Yeah. Okay, prices. The infinity scarf is $34. The grommeted side top is $58. The embroidered top is $54. The woven back sweatshirt is $54, and then the maxi skirt is $58. So that comes to $258, but with the buy 5 discount, you save $64.50. Your styling credit Your styling fee credit is $20. So if I kept everything in the box, it'd be $173.50.
Yeah, with the coupons and the discount thing, it makes you feel, because like $50 an item to me is, you know.
I'd have to love it. To, yeah. I mean, because you're above like impulse purchase at Target. So.
Yeah, I don't buy too many clothes at Target, but.
There's cute stuff at Target, like for summer, whatever.
I don't. We don't shop at Target for clothes. But.
Those are Nordstrom prices. Yes, they are. So let's see. If I sent back the skirt and the scarf, that is 58 and 34, 92. So 92. So the difference is 258 minus 92. So it would be $166 to just keep the 3 items that I like the most. It's $173 to keep them
all. Oh, yeah. It's $173 to keep them all?
$173 to keep everything in the box, $166 to send back the maxi skirt that's too long and the infinity scarf that y'all thought was a weird color.
Yeah, see, that's silly because then you're just, I would get them all because it's $10 more.
Yeah, so then you get to the point where you're like, all right, is there one more that I would send back to kind of tip the scale down?
The embroidered top again.
Yeah, okay. This one. And so where's my note? They always include a note. Oh, and then they include like this style sheet, which I actually refer to. Because sometimes when I'm so like see shirt, put on shirt, leave house kind of thing. And this gives you really good ideas about layering or what to pair it with. Like I never would have thought to pair that sort of gray one with a army cargo skirt. Not that I have one, but still. Okay, so yeah, I think this is a new stylist. She says, hi, Tristan, happy Fix Day. Hope you're having a wonderful week and this fix helps brighten your day. I wanted to embrace your edgy style with this fix and started with the Market and Spruce Geo printed maxi skirt. Maxis are perfect for busy moms because you look super cute. You look super put together, but feel like you're wearing your favorite yoga pants, and who doesn't love that? Try it with the Moon and Sky grommet side top and flats, or style it with a white tank, long pendant, and denim jacket.
So if you don't keep anything, you still have to pay $20.
Yeah. The THML top would be great with distressed boyfriend jeans and wedge booties, or paired with black trousers and heels for the office. I also added the Octavia scarf, which is an easy way to add an instant style boost to jeans and a t-shirt. Have fun trying everything on. I look forward to your feedback. Stay fabulous, Amy. So there you go.
Yep.
Did I show this again? Bianca said she wanted to see this one again. And it's on the sleeves it's got.
That's cute.
So Bianca, what do we keep? She's thinking. She's our mom style expert.
She is. I wish that everything went together. Like, to me, an outfit in a box would be better. Like, or at least majority. Like, the infinity scarf should match at least one other item in that box. It would also lend you to wanting to keep the scarf if you knew it already matched something you were already liking. So none of that stuff is going to go together. You can't wear any of that stuff together. So I don't like that.
No, none of this box goes together.
Do they try to do that sometimes?
If they do, I haven't caught on to it.
Because, I mean, and they got you, I like that there's a variety. You know, there's a skirt, and a shirt, and a scarf, and another shirt. What was the fifth item?
There was a skirt, 3 shirts, and a scarf.
3 shirts. Well, Cute.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of cute that if it was at least like the scarf and a shirt would match. What's it say? The print.
The print on the top is cute, but these sleeves in 80 degrees today. Well, you know what? I am always cold, even in the summertime, because the air conditioner is always so cranked up. But they're like 3/4 length sleeves. So, and actually, this is a Stich Fix top. I wear this one all the time. It's just a fun, whatever, kick around shirt. But anyway, true. You are inside. Cute stuff. So you didn't tell me what to keep, Bianca. I'll probably keep, well, I don't know what I'll keep. We'll see. Okay, so, well, I'd keep it all because of the price. Probably. I probably will. So there you go. You'll get to see me running around in that here in the next few episodes. Okay, so the other thing that we did today, and resale those free pieces on Facebook. I was thinking about that. I'm going to find a group. I bet there is an aftermarket group for Stich Fix stuff. Like my last box that I got had this kimono shirt, which is not me at all, but it was cheaper to keep it than send it back, or it was like $3 or whatever. Or I could start one. Yeah, I should start one. Do you do Stich Fix, Bianca? You can join me. Anyway, I kept it. It's not a print that I really like. I tried wearing it once, and I won't wear it again. It's gone. I'm ready to get rid of it. So, and the other thing is sometimes, yeah, it's hard to not keep everything. Sometimes they'll send me stuff. Like I really like when they send stuff that are embellished, you know, with like a grommet or something like that. Not a grommet, or like a stud. But in the shipping, it'll come out. And so I will fall in love with the piece, but then it's not made well enough that then I'll have to send it back. Because it's impossible to find, you know, matching grommet to fix it. So I told him at one point, I was like, don't send me anything that's embellished. So.
Well, that's weird. That doesn't lend well to its quality.
Yeah. What I do like about it, though, is they just opened a Dallas distribution center, so we do get our stuff pretty quickly. So, like, when you get a notice that your Stich Fix is on the way, I mean, it's like the day before because it's right here. So, okay, so switching gears, the other thing that took up not only almost all of my Saturday, but has been taking up 6 months of my time and came to a close this weekend is Destination Imagination. And do your kids, does your school do it? I know your kids don't do Destination Imagination. Do you even know about it? I mean, other than what I've said? No?
No.
Oh my goodness. So do you think that your district, like your school district, doesn't even do it?
I've never heard of it.
Wow. Okay, so Destination Imagination, and I never describe it very well, but it is a nationwide organization that has, I'm looking at an article that I pulled up to refer to, but it doesn't actually give the definition. And I think that's what's so hard is, you know, I try to explain to other parents sometimes what it is, and it's difficult to explain. But it's this program that encourages STEM learning, teamwork, project-based challenges that these kids do, and they can be involved in it from kindergarten all the way through up till college. And so these are parent-led volunteer teams that get together, and then it's usually like late winter, early spring, they have their performance day. And for third grade and up, they're actually competing against other teams, and they're judged on the criteria on how well they fit their challenge. So like from third grade up, they can choose kind of a challenge that they want to do. There's like 4 that they can choose from. And so there are set guidelines that they have to follow. And then they will go and compete. We haven't, my girl's in second grade. So this is her last year as what they call a rising star. And so the rising stars just have one challenge, and all the rising stars do the same thing. They are not competing. They're just appraised. So the judges are called appraisers. So for example, this year's challenge was a change in direction. And so the kids had to come up with a story that included a costume for everybody, original props. It had to have a map, and the map had to have a map key, a compass rose, and it had to have a story that talked about a change in direction, and at least 2 of the members of the performance had to have conflicting views on the change in direction. So you have to get your team to come up with a story that has, original props and original costumes and a setting. The story has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And so there's this well-defined sort of framework that they have to work within, but they're judged on their creativity and their teamwork. And then part of it also is after they're done with this performance that they've spent, months putting together, they also do these instant challenges where, like, for example, this article says, you walk into a room, on the table is paper, rubber bands, cups, paper clips, mailing labels, 2 ping pong balls, and a spoon. And they're tasked to build a device that can transport the ping pong balls from one square that's stayed on the floor to another, which is a few feet away. So that's an example of like an instant challenge. So once the kids get done doing their performance challenge, which they have 8 minutes to do, and that includes bringing in all of their props, setting it all up, giving their performance, and being done. It has to be within an 8-minute window. So after they get done with that, then they transition over to another, districts do it different. Our other district, it was like a completely different location. This district does it in the same room, so the audience can still see them do their instant challenge. But they transition to a different table where they have random supplies, and they're given a challenge, and they have to complete the challenge within 5 minutes as a team. So, our team is 7 and 8-year-olds. And with any team, even adult teams, you've got a lot of conflict and fighting a lot of times, and how, pulling your own weight and who's got the best ideas and all of that. Well, this is, these are little bitties, and they're trying to figure out how to come up with these creative ideas, and everybody wants their idea to be, it. And as a coach for Destination Imagination, you are not allowed to give them any ideas. You cannot do anything for them. So, for example, if they want to sew a costume together, you can show them how to sew. You have to take it apart and then give it to them, and then they have to do it. But it has to be their idea to sew it. You can't say, how about you sew it?
I'd have such a hard time with that.
It is, you parent different afterwards because you can't lead them. So if they're going down the wrong path, or a path that may spell disaster, you either have to let them do it, or you have to say, can we come up with 4 other ways that you might be able to achieve that? And then they'll tell you, and if they are still stuck on the one that's going to fail, you have to let them go and fail. And they have to take all of their things into the room, all of their things out. This is completely kid run. You're there to make sure they don't kill each other and to keep them within the framework of the challenge. But it is, did you guys let the kids do every single thing themselves? Pretty much. Yeah. So as they get older and they're competing, they actually have to set a budget, and they have to show a worksheet on how they allocated all of their supplies within the budget. so for ours, they're still rising stars. So we just kind of let them shop at our house, or, we haven't kind of pushed them into that realm yet. So, yeah. So then on performance day, you have all these teams from all these different school districts. I mean, we had probably 6 or 7, maybe more school districts participate in our particular district. So you can have teams from kindergarten all the way through high school participating. And then after this regional, the top 2 teams go on to state. And then from there, top teams go on to globals, which is, I think I don't know if it's always in Tennessee or not, but anyway. So that is a huge not stressful. I mean, it's really super enjoying. It's rewarding to see the kids do that, but it's really hard as a parent to not fix it or give them the answer. Or
I think other parents are just as respectful of those guidelines as you guys may be.
I think once they're involved with DI 1 year, yes, I think that they get it, because the kids, before they perform, the appraisers come out and they ask them very specific questions. Oh, I love that costume. How did you come up with that idea? Who came up with that idea? How did you put that together? I mean, so they're quizzed, and if they don't answer, like if they say, oh, it was my mom's, or, oh, it was, my mom did that. My mom printed that out for me. Then they'll ding you points. And so then they, so there you go. So our little band of crazies, they did their Rising Star presentation. And this year we took a little bit new approach, because, you want them to come up with ideas. So they all come up with a story to answer the challenge, but they all want their own story to be the one to finish, right? And so they all have these wild, crazy creative elements that they want to add to the story. So this year what we did was we kind of chopped it up into, okay, what are some crazy characters you can think of? What are some crazy locations you can think of? And so we made like lists of these things, and then we rolled dice. And we said, okay, now this time you're going to tell a story with number 1, number 4, number 2, and number 7. Okay, go. Make up a story. And so they would take those different elements and kind of weave them together the best they could. And so then the next time they would do another one. And so they would each sort of come up with these stories. And so finally, we settled on a story where it was a little bit of all of their ideas. And so they all felt like they had ownership of it, and they all really backed it. So their thing was they got an award for the most hilarious conflict. So their story was, they had 4 characters started out in Danger World. And Danger World is a hot place where you can barely breathe, and there's fountains that shoot lava, and the sky is dark, dark black. And the 4 characters were 2 were a Siamese dragon, a fire queen, and an ice king, that they had intertwining tails. And so they had to stay connected throughout the entire performance. Was a whole nother challenge. So we had those 2, then we had a pilot, and then my daughter was a prickle, which kind of borrowed from the last year's challenge. She was half pickle, half porcupine. And so she had made this costume. Well, they all made the costume together, but they had taken pipe cleaners and twisted them around into a circle with a point and hot glued them onto pickle colored canvas. So anyway, so there was that. And so the Ice King and the Fire Queen, I mean, they looked like, they made capes that had sparklies in either red and orange or blue and silver. And then their tail wrapped together and the end of it was purple. So I thought they did a great job with that.
Yeah,
so starts out Danger World, and they decide that they want to leave Danger World, and they pull out their map and they decide they want to go to Dragon Paradise. And in Dragon Paradise, dragons get whatever they want all day long, and everybody has to serve them. So their conflict came in how they were going to get there. One of them wanted them to fly on the dragons' backs, and then the dragons didn't want to fly in the airplane because they barf when they fly. And so that was their, I guess, hilarious conflict. But they had to go over this ghost brick wall, which is why they had to have a change in direction. They were going to fly over it one way or the other. Anyway, but the ghost brick wall was in the way. So they decided to resolve their conflict with a bubblegum blowing contest. So they all blew bubbles, and the prickle had the biggest bubble. So she decided they were going to fly on the dragons' backs. And so behind the stage, they had these chairs that they put on top of the dragons, who were still connected and laying down on the floor. And that was their airplane. And so they used the map and the binoculars to see down below as they were flying, and they ended up in Dragon Paradise. Did I video it? Yes, I did video it. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I did. So all of this has to happen within 8 minutes. And so for the ghost brick wall, they used those big shower, those clear bricks, that you use in home building. So they hauled in 9, or I think they used 9 of those to create this brick wall, and they had this shiny red fabric that they draped over it to be the fountains that shoot out lava. And they had a bunch of barf bags and stuff. So
cute.
Yes. Anyway, so it's another one of those, much like the Girl Scout booth that we were talking about before, how you kind of teach young life lessons about sales and achieving goals and that kind of thing. This is definitely one of those where they, you're helping them in a way that's bigger than the moment. Because you're spending, even they can crash and burn at the performance and completely forget. Like one of the little boys ran out in the middle. He got so choked up and upset about the performance, he ran out in the middle of the performance, just went out. I know. Not in my team, but one of the little boys. I mean, and it's like this is a big deal for them. But they learn how to work together as a team. We spent a lot of time talking about different personalities and how you relate to them, because like one of our kids he's got sort of sensory issues, and so he doesn't really like to be touched. Well, the other ones, if they got emotional, we had to have sort of a sign. Okay, I'm about to have a breakdown, and so I need a minute to gather myself. And so the team all knows if they start going like this, okay, this one's really upset and we've been insensitive somehow. And so then they all kind of stop, and then they go give that person attention. It's usually a hug, except for they learned that one of them does not like hugs. And so they made up, he doesn't like to be hugged. So they said, well, how about if we go like this? Would that make you kind of change your mood? And he was like, he starts cracking up because they're all in his face going. So that is how they related to him. But, if you think about it, we all have to relate to people differently. And so it was a great lesson for them to learn. But anyway, it's a tremendous program. Your kids are getting a little bit older, but like I said, it goes all the way through high school, and you can do independent teams. I would encourage you to look just to see if any of the school districts around you do it. But I'm glad that we were introduced to it. This has been our 3rd year to do it. It's no less exhausting the longer that you do it, but it's a tremendous program.
Yeah, they have them around Ohio.
Okay.
Looks like. Mm-hmm.
Your school doesn't do it, though, that you're aware
of? Megan's school has a STEM school within it, but I haven't seen anything about this. But
Well, it's not exclusive to like STEM schools. I mean,
no, I meant more like it's, if that particular school was probably branching out to other programs, so it would be likely out of that school. But I don't.
you should start it.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, I didn't see it, but interesting. I mean, it seems like a great program. So
It's a great way to foster teamwork and creativity and ownership. Like the kids definitely come away with it different. I mean, they definitely work together differently. This is the second year our team has been together, and so they are bonded because they spend a lot of time together working on this, and they know each other really well because of it, and kind of how they react and how to get each other to do stuff. So it's fun.
there's one in Athens.
Oh yeah, it would be fun just to go to the performance day and watch some of these because they're open to the public. It's not like they're not private. It's just people who are not involved with DI probably don't know about DI, and it's hard to kind of wrap your head around what exactly the program is. I read one article last year sometime that said
There's one at my kid's school.
there is. How come
Yeah.
I haven't even heard about it?
Listen, this is the kid who purposely misspells words during spelling bee competitions. Hasn't missed a spelling word in 6 years unless it's designated as a entry to the spelling bee. She would not feel comfortable in this environment.
Well, but that's the thing. They don't all have to have speaking parts, like I jokingly said after I heard that the one kid ran out of the room, I was like, okay, well, next year he's a tree. I mean, they just have to participate in it somehow. They could be behind the scenes. They don't have to have a speaking part. It's not required. My team happens to be a group of 4 very kind of type A kids, and they all want to be the star. So, we had to make sure that they allocated enough speaking parts for all 4 of them. So,
yeah.
Anyway, but I would highly recommend it if anybody has an opportunity to be involved with it. If you are a leader, it takes a tremendous amount of time. If you can just be a parent and get your kid involved with it, that's probably the way to go.
Character flaw.
Character flaw? What?
Character flaw is that we go into these things and go, I'm just gonna drop my kid off, and then you end up leader of the program.
Yeah, no, I can't. Well, my school, remember, my school didn't have DI last year. So we did an independent team that wasn't really associated with the school. And so this year was the first year that our school district was involved with it. And so it was exciting. We had 14 teams participating on Saturday, which is awesome. It's great.
I can register as an appraiser.
That I would, you should so do that. When we're done with it, no, it's awesome. So we've had the same appraiser for 3 years so as a team, you have to bring a volunteer.
Training was this weekend as for an appraiser.
No, they usually have 2.
No, just 1. I missed it.
Sure. Ours always has 2 because sometimes people can't make the one training. So our fabulous appraiser has done a lot of improv in the past. And so she likes it because she'll get into one of the improv challenges. And so because she's got that background in improv, she can provide kind of more, insight and whatever to it. So, but she loves it. She doesn't even have kids. So she comes out and spends her day helping judge and.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I don't need any more things in my life, but that seems cool. Seems neat.
You were into kids? I think you would be great. You like creativity.
Yeah.
You can recognize creativity. I think that you would do an awesome job with that.
Yep.
Okay.
But I missed it, so well. Next time.
Okay. All right. Well, we're a little after 10, so I think that maybe we can wrap.
Went by. Hey, I just want you to let you know I signed up for Stitch Switch or whatever it is.
You did? You did?
Yeah.
Why would is that what you were doing? I was like, man, she is so distracted. I'm not entertaining at all.
I was completely listening. I was completely enthralled. I was.
Yes, I could. Now that makes so much more sense. Did you use my referral link?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap for today.
I don't think they're going to appreciate my feedback, though. I want only black clothes. I only want loose, casual things. I don't leave that house unless I have to drop a kid off somewhere. I don't go to parties. I don't go to date night. Please don't send me anything fancy, and I don't really like jewelry.
I know. It always, they say, well, tell us if you have a special event coming up.
Oh, no special events.
I don't have any special events. My special events was DI last weekend, right? So
my special event is if I get out of the car to talk to the other moms at soccer. Other than that, I work from home. I don't need to look good from near down.
My special event is that I wear shoes today.
Special event is actually I've worn my daughter's socks now for the last. I don't even buy my own socks anymore.
Exactly. So. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap until next week. If you're just joining us, I'm sorry. I've been blabbing my head off for the last hour, but we will be back on Thursday at 9 a.m. And I am Trista Perot with Mommy Upgrade and tpgbusiness.com. And my co-host is Molly Johnson of MeggyMoo.com and MJ6Promotions.com. So follow us on Blab and we will see you on Thursday. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah. Get dressed. Good.